Welcome back, Dragon Ballers and everybody else in chat. We have this is the top table, round number 6. So here we just see a fist bump there going off. So let me give you guys the rundown right now. So we have a pair down. If the pair up wins, we end the tournament after this round, and then whoever wins this match will be the victor of this tournament. If the pair down wins, we have one more round, and then it will be one of these players going against that person. So, very, very interesting match there. So, going into this, it is Frieza versus Frieza. So we've seen this deck all day, so we know what the game plan is. Both the decks are just looking to go super wide, making sure they can get that Ginyu combo off and online, and going from there. Uh, so, just for the fans at home, I did a quick scope out, and in the top 8 tables right now, there are actually two blue decks. There's two blue Vegeta decks. There was a Beerus I saw as well, and we have a couple of yellow Vegetas also on the tables as well. So a little bit of variety there. Not as bad as previous tournaments with Top Coup being all super dominant. We have a little bit of variety. So what has to happen here for the tournament is if whoever wins this match is going to be the first place. Um, if our pair down loses to the pair up, the tournament will end, and whoever wins here will be the victor of the tournament for today. If the pair down wins, we will go to a round 7, and then we'll have one final round. So a lot at stake here right now for both of these players. Unfortunately, no. So there was no blue undefeateds. The two blue decks I saw are both X1 at the moment. So um, they're currently battling it out and seeing if they can sneak into the top 8. Um, So I spoke with a lot of players in that last round there, and they just want the tourney to end. So hopefully, it's very awkward to say, but hopefully the pair down loses, so the players who are super tired and have had a long day can go rest up and get some food and all of that good stuff. So. Let's take a look at the board state here now. So here we're seeing just tried and true stuff here with Frieza plays. So we saw the full combo there, the Raykum into the Ginyu, and now dropping the 2-cost Frieza, being able to restand. Bulma arresting that Raykum, and then so now just playing has to play super defensively here, and now Ginyu's coming out, and man, this is just being super aggressive here. Both leaders already on Awaken, and like guys, we're on turn 3 here. Like that's the thing. We knew this match was going to be fast, but we didn't know exactly how fast it was going to be. And on turn 3, going into turn 4, already awakened, and just going super zoom. Um, we have, uh, wow. I didn't even get a chance to blink, and we are already looking down into the late game here. So we got Nicholas here just dropping that cooler, and the cooler is going to be very key in this matchup here, especially when the leaders awaken. Going to be able to swing here and get some KO value here as well. So just going to restand both, and that cooler is going to be able to rest something and then rest it KO at 2 cuts. So you have to sequence properly here to get your value down. So yeah, just going to swing with the Ginyu first, is going to block, and then going to rest the Raykum. So that way the Raykum can get rested, but it won't be KO'd, which is pretty solid. So now the Frieza is going to swing for 20k, still with 4 energy up. And man, this can go south pretty fast, actually. So here we're going to see the Frieza cocoon coming down. And man, has to has to read this card here because this card, not a lot. I know people were running it as a tech card, but not a lot of people actually know what this card does. So even will have to get a refresh here. So this card says, auto, your turn, once per turn. When this card is switched to active mode by a skill, choose up to one of your opponent's rested mode battle cards with a cost 4 or less, and it can't switch to active. So this is actually very good in the mirror because now you can actually rest that cooler that is rested can uh, not be activated. So that is actually going to be a very, very good. Basically saying, hey, cooler, you're offline now. So, man. So here we're going to see that Frieza come down arrested and rest the cocoon Frieza. And now here we see cooler number 2 coming down. I'm going to use cooler's effect to combo and just KO1 and then KO Cocoon Frieza. So very good tech for the Frieza mirror here, but just having the outs here by Nicholas, um, pretty strong. So now he's gonna have double Cooler next turn. So not only can he attack pretty strongly, he can also block pretty strongly as well. So that's gonna be pretty strong. And now he just has to play defensive here. So coming down, Goku's just gonna stun the Frieza. That's pretty funny. And now gonna swing as well, going to block and not able to stun the other cooler. If he had the one cost Frieza, he could have rested the cooler and then stun it as well. But just only gonna be able to stun one for right now. Not giving Nicholas any chance to be able to rest those two there. And that's where Frieza loves to be, having those two bodies, just being able to rest and just generate value. Remember in set 1, that's what we saw with the 4 cost 25k Frieza or 35k Frieza that couldn't restand and just generating that overall value with the swings. So here we're going to see another swing coming down from the Vegeta, and now a swing from the cooler. Going to rest the Goku here, and we could possibly see a Ginyu combo coming down. Only 2 cards in hand, and this is the prime Ginyu time. So gonna rest there. Boom with the yeah, and here we go. So that's 1 rest. That's 2 rests coming down. Both of those won't be able to restand. Bada bing, bada boom. Does he? Yeah, he swings into it just to get 1, and then going down to 2. I'm gonna restand both the cooler and the Goku, and both of those won't be able to restand. And that Goku puts in a lot of work. As here we see the Golden Frieza charged. So this is going to be a 15k swing at life. Just going to end up comboing out here, and that cooler still is online. So it does look like he has enough to drop um, not only. Okay, so he's going to drop the Bulma here. Going to swing with the Goku. Going to use the Frieza. Yep, so just going over the line here for the sequencing here. So he swings, he wants to use the activate main for Bulma, but unfortunately blocks happened before that. So Nicholas is able to rest the Bulma and then KO. And because he doesn't have a Vegeta on board, that Bulma is not protected at all. So definitely can happen. So here we're going to see a swing with Vegeta, swing with cooler. You're gonna swing, and then here we're gonna see another swing as well. Only 1 card in, 2 cards in hand on the side, and here we see the Golden Frieza coming down. Boom, just gonna dump hand here, and then GG's Nicholas taking that. Really well played. Cooler just being able to put in a lot of work in that matchup, and just about how we expected it to go when you see those coolers, not one cooler but two cooler, and unfortunately for Eric, was just not able to penetrate those coolers, man. And that's is what it is. So Nicholas is our only undefeated going in to potentially round seven. So it is very important to see if the pair down has won or lost. And then depending on what happens there, Nicholas will be our victor. So let's see what happens. We're just going to wait on the results for that. And let's see if we can maybe get Nicholas here to talk about the matchups he had today and just see overall why he decided to choose Frieza and stuff like that. If he is our victor, unless then we are going to go into a round number seven. So bear with us. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to get some information for you. It shouldn't be too long. Should be about a couple of minutes. And I'll be right back.